That's only because I'm doing sleep. I did try to call him, but I texted him.
It's 5 meters. That's the first thing. That's the first thing.
It must be high. Is it high in here? Do I need to turn that, drop that air down a little bit?
That's good. It was hot. The acne was out.
It's out on that ear.
I thought that was fair.
It's been working on this thing.
I can see some, that's a lot.
I got it.
Okay, how you doing?
All right, all right.
We're at 2 trash trucks. That recycle. Recycle, garbage, 5 weekly, so we're splitting the city in half. It's like a suburb. At the very end as well, Ron.
I just sent something to Seth.
I showed him when
Yeah, he just shares with, you know, you may know somebody.
What you got on the agenda?
Me?
Well, I might need to go. But he was just.
Me,
saying,
I'm
you know,
on the
he
agenda.
said, sent to Cheryl and she may know somebody.
She wanna know what I got on the agenda. I say, really?
You on the agenda?
Yeah.
That's a good man. All right.
You can go up there, I can go up there.
You know, he's saying.
Yeah. You gotta be important to come up here.
That's what I'm saying.
But I'm important. I'm not important, I'm important.
They tell me your cousin making a difference over that girl. Your cousin making a difference over that girl. I'm so proud of her. I'm so proud of her. She told me.
We're getting this phone back up there.
She said she's the oldest. I'm the oldest. And she said she's the oldest. Like, girl,
Cool, that means.
but she's doing an outstanding job. I'm so proud of her. So she said she'll never hire me. She said, I said, why you not hiring me? I'm about to win all kind of lawsuits. I tell you. I said, what you talking about? Lawsuits? She said, you know how you do it.
Hey, my name is James.
Laura Lowell used to be Laura Terrell, Rick Terrell and Karen Terrell. I know you, I grew up with you.
James Johnson.
Good to see you.
Yeah. Getting this shit right now. I brought my notebook today.
I might show up well, your biscuit. 40 items.
You saw the bottom.
Pick it up with him.
You saw the whole day.
Most of them get so much down.
Oh, come on. You ain't heard of it.
September the 18th.
Again?
Hey, how you doing?
Leslie Almost.
I leave there.
Okay, I was still back in contact. There we go. Thank you. All
I'm here for support of all that too.
Oh, yes. I would.
Which one?
None of the.
You wouldn't, but you are?
Yeah.
I was coming, but I didn't want to interrupt you.
I was in my car.
Oh, was that you in the car? I was trying to see who it was.
Yeah, it was good.
I couldn't tell who it was.
I know what it was.
I would have jumped in there with you. I want to introduce Leslie Oakley. Oh, okay. Well, she's working in the chamber now. With economic development and research. Oh, yeah.
You have to sit.
I know, she did. That was a tough conversation for all of us.
Oh, I do that.
But it's a really good, really college text.
Okay.
Mr. Bill, did you meet Leslie? Sure. She was in. I'm Leslie. I got a text. About two. Moving days. I forgot that we were supposed to work today. Everybody else in the office did not. All right, we'll leave y'all to it. How are you?
Seeing that.
Either one, it don't matter, because it's going to be ready next month. Well, I don't know, because the architect called me and told me he'd like to have a meeting and discuss it. That's just, yeah, well.
All right, thanks.
Look at you back there. He didn't know who you were, so there he is. That's him right there. That's it, man. You know what it's
Call the meeting to order. Roll call.
Mr. Braxton,
Here.
Mr. Allen,
Here.
Mr. Hall,
Here.
Mr. Cheatwood,
Here.
Mr. Carey,
Here.
all present.
We have a invocation by Mr. Cheatwood, led by Mr. Carey.
Father, we thank you today, Lord God, for being here, Lord. I just thank you, Father God, that you lead, God, and direct us today, Lord. I thank you for your mercy, your grace. I thank you for your many blessings that you bestow upon us, Lord. Be with us tonight, Lord, as we make every right choices and decisions to better for this parish tonight, too, Lord. And we thank you for that in Jesus' name. Amen.
Face the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good afternoon to everyone. At this time, I'm asking the council to amend the agenda. It was on the previous agenda, but it was left off this one. It's council to introduce ordinance 14/2025 to remove 16,804 feet of Provençal Vowels Mills Road from Bailey Road to Bayou de Muse from the parish road system. Can I get an offer?
I offer.
Second.
Mr. Carey,
Yes.
Mr. Hong,
Yes.
Mr. Braxton,
Yes.
Mr. Cheatwood,
Yes.
Mr. Allen.
Yes.
It has been amended. Okay, at this time, we have two separate special guests. At this time, we have Ms. Jessica Broadway to do the audit.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Jessica Broadway from TCBT. We did your audit again this year. It was, the year end was December 31st, 24. It was due June 30th, 2025, and it went in on time. For the year ended December 31st, 24, there was an unmodified opinion on the government, which is good. There were no major issues. However, there was one material weakness in internal control that we had to report, and it was regarding internal controls over payroll. Another, which has been fixed now, policies and procedures are in place now to take care of that. The other issue was there was non-compliance, and it had to do with the sexual harassment education. Not everyone had taken all that they were supposed to. So we had to write that up too, but those are the two things. In addition, we have to perform a single audit, is what it's called. It's when your federal funding is over $1 million. So we then have to do a separate audit on those funds. And we did those, and those came out clear. I was just gonna quickly kind of go over the general fund, just letting you know where it stands. At December 31st, the fund balance in the general fund was 9.9 million, which that's doing pretty good. I'm not gonna really go over anything else in here. Each of you know how to get in touch with me. Do y'all have any questions at this time?
Could I ask her now instead of?
You can ask her whatever you would like, that's fine.
Okay, because on page 5, there was a reference to something that wasn't good. And,
I think, okay, on 5, okay.
and I didn't understand the terminology.
Which one are you talking about?
There's capital assets, long-term liabilities, economic factors. If we're on the same page.
I was going to talk to her about it
It's
tomorrow,
okay.
but since you were here right now, if I could.
Are you referring to the opinion? So where it says that an unmodified opinion was issued on the primary government, but an adverse opinion was issued on the reporting entity?
Okay. There was a reference to something left out, and it's not in this one.
So.
That's all right, I'll ask her tomorrow.
Okay, I think that's what, so I think it's talking about the fire districts and everything. So the audit is just on our basic government, even though we're over all the fire districts and we're over all that. We don't roll all that up into this, this audit. They have their own, whether it's audit or compilation or whatever they're required to do. So that might be it, but we can talk about it
No,
tomorrow.
okay, I mean, that's what I was thinking, but I said,
We didn't used to have to put that in there, and then they started making, all parish governments, the city as well, because we don't report everything that's, is part of their reporting entity.
Right.
But it makes it look bad. I know it does, I hate to put those words in there, but the overall, there was an unmodified opinion on the Natchitoches Parish
yes,
government.
okay, thank you, thank you.
So it lists all the fire districts and the waterworks and the sheriff, the district attorney, all the things that is not included in here.
Okay.
Y'all have any questions? All right, thank you guys. Like I said, as you know, you can call me anytime.
Thank you.
Thanks.
At this time, Mr. Holm, did you have the special guest here?
I wanted to, but they did not come.
Okay. Okay, we're gonna go straight to our reports from our department head. Mr. Joey Creamer.
Good evening, everyone. Do you have any questions about the report?
Okay, since there's no questions for Mr. Creamer, Ms. Harris?
Good evening to everyone. You all received my report. Do you have any questions in reference to the report? Any concerns or suggestions at this time? One thing, I would like the online applications is going really well. What happens is they have to go online to the portal with the state, Louisiana Housing and Authority. And then they have to create their own account. Once they create their own account, they have several fields that they have to answer, several documentation they have to send to them. In return, the state sends it to us. So we're still having our hands on those applications. So we have to go back and review every one of those applications online and determine what is needed, or if we need to send it on to the state for eligibility. One of the worst things that we have is folks do not upload the documentation like they need to. So we find a lot of folks still coming to our office, but we also have folks already scheduled for appointments. So it's kind of like bottlenecking, because you have so many folks coming in, trying to get their stuff run off and then also upload it. The reason for the online application was to kind of see more folks. And if they would upload everything they need, then they wouldn't have to come into the office. So it's kind of a learning process for us as well. So it's doing really well. The state has notified us that they will be paying those applications. It will not be coming out of our funding.
Really?
They'll directly pay them. We don't, So our funding does not go down. We still be able to see those folks who are gonna walk into the office.
But your funding has remained
Correct.
constant?
Correct.
Ooh, that's fine.
Any more questions from Ms.? Okay, Julie?
So we have the normal check register that include every check that's written, the posted general ledger by fund, so you can see the detail of what comes in and out of a fund. The sales tax report, which it was up, so it kind of made up for the downfall last month. I don't know, people decided to pay their taxes in a different month. I don't know, but so it looks better. There's the budget process. Be thinking about that. I did have a meeting today, a Zoom meeting about the generator project, the FEMA project at the hospital. So I did get some idea of how much money should be spent in this year and how much money we've got a budget for 26. Still trying to get my hands around the pretrial inmates' housing and their medical. That is one of the things we have for hearing in action today is the reimbursement. The other thing, and I thought, there she is. Miss Mona was gonna be here, introduction for ordinance to allow them to purchase 2 pieces of property, so we can start that. That's all I have. If anybody has any questions.
Okay. Planning and zoning, do you have anything about planning and zoning?
Next month, we should have some zoning issues. I would like to say that, one of the things we have, and there he is, Mr. Davis is here, we're talking about, floodplain base flood elevations. Lost some historical data in the past. RAPC and Mr. Davis is trying to help us rebuild that again. So it's important so that if I had built a house and the floodplain at that point was this, and now if you go, your floodplain may be higher. So we're trying to use historical data, what do you call it, community determined data, to try to get all that ironed out. And Melissa at RAPC has been really good at helping me understand that and getting that together. So that's basically what we're working on mostly there. Anything else?
Mr. Salter?
Okay, I've already talked to Mr. Allen, the chairman, and the clerk. We opened bids on our elevator Thursday. Had one bidder. He withdrew his bid today because he didn't think that he had done enough to learn about the specs that was needed, and ended up that we're probably just gonna get a remodernization instead of, and we have specified everything new, so that's out. We're gonna do a CEA with Thames River Waterway today, if y'all approve that. I talked to the engineer earlier today, and he's trying to get Blanchard, Clark, and the road that we've been using money for down there, Lateral Lane, he's trying to get them all to be bid within the next 30 days. But we still hadn't got the money from Baton Rouge yet, so we sit back waiting on that. It may have been a blessing because we had some match money to go with the elevator, and we found out today that our chiller may be down for the courtrooms and the judge's office, and that's gonna probably be 80 to 100 grand, so we're waiting until tomorrow to find out what that's about. We got a mower max. It come in last Wednesday, I believe, and Thursday we discovered the air conditioning wasn't working, but we got it on the road today and got an operator on it. And just put it kind of where the low volume road till they get used to it, and seems to be working real well. We got one dump truck in Shreveport. We got to get it fixed. That's $3,000. We got a limb truck, got 7,000 hours on it. It's down. We took it in and they wanted $8,000 to fix it, so we got the parts in for $2,400. We're gonna try to fix it ourselves. If not, I may be having to get another limb truck. Would there be any way possible in the next 10 days that I can meet with y'all on an informative meeting about 6 roads that I've got planned to overlay without, it won't be a voting meeting, but everybody needs to hear about it. Are y'all all free one day?
I have a couple of meetings on Friday, but other than that, no.
Okay.
This is from capital outlay.
No, it's something that we can do right here. Nobody was here in 2012 when we did 11 miles of blacktop, and we paid for the material and hired somebody to lay it, and we're trying to, you may be helpful. It's gonna look like I'm trying to get around the bid law, but I'm not. We go 250 down, you know, we don't have to bid, or 249. So I may have to get you to get in on that meeting. But I think we might be able to pull that off, and, I need to meet with y'all before I pull the trigger on it.
Do you know which day you're gonna meet? 'Cause I still have to advertise it that y'all have.
No, it's not gonna be a public meeting, I just we need to go out in the woods somewhere, I guess. What would you call that?
Because if
I
you
just
have
want
it
to tell
here,
them,
because if you have it here with all 5 of them,
it's not gonna be here. We'll go to Bobby's, and Bobby can feed us or something like that.
Can't be Wednesday. I'm going out of town
Well,
Wednesday.
y'all get together and let me know.
Any day but Wednesday.
But what we're gonna do, we're gonna ride, and we're gonna look, okay? That's what we're gonna do. It's not gonna be one of those deals, I want everybody to see what I got on my mind and show you how it can work. That won't be against law, will it, Mr.?
Let me get more details
Yeah.
so I understand what you intend to do, and then we'll have that discussion.
Okay, there's something else I'm gonna run by y'all, but.
Brickyard.
Brickyard Road.
Brickyard.
Oh, yeah, that was on the agenda and it got left off. We had some mix up on the agenda last week, nobody's fault. The prior people sometime dumped a bunch of concrete waste on top of a live natural gas line on Brickyard. And the gas company wants us to remove it, so I told them I wasn't, and none of my people was gonna get around that live line with any machinery, so they agreed to take the concrete off, but they wanted us to bring the dirt and put it back on it. And we only got one price, it was $8,600. We didn't have a choice, it's right there when you first turn off across from the church, Bobby, where the gas line goes.
Okay.
I just want y'all to know that would be another charge that we got to do.
What about gold on 300, Nicole?
Tomorrow at 1:30, the bids open on the pipe, the Mill Creek. I'm glad you said, I knew it was something, we still hadn't got, we had $500,000, we had $400,000 to start on the overlay. And then we got another $500,000 this year, so that will come probably after we get these other ones I mentioned a while ago. He's gonna try to get these 3 in right here close to town at one time and get them knocked out, and then he's going out there. But tomorrow at 1:30, we open the bid on the, and I talked to the engineer about that earlier, he said he's got 2 bidders on that, so that's good.
Okay.
Anybody else got any questions out there about anything for me?
Okay, since there's no more questions for the parish president, we're gonna go to A. Adopt the minutes of the regular meeting of the Natchitoches Parish Council held on Monday, July the 21st, 2025. Can I get an offer?
I'll offer.
Second.
Mr. Holmes,
Yes.
Mr. Braxton,
Yes.
Mr. Allen,
Yes.
Mr. Cheatwood,
Yes.
Mr. Carey,
Yes.
pass. Number 9, adopt appointments for boards and commissions. Council to approve the appointments of the following individuals for the Industrial Development Board: Mrs. Kathy Richmond, Mrs. Dolly Mahoney, Mr. Justin Tibbetts, Ms. Jill Leo, Mr. Tom Tubray, Mr. James Rose, and Mr. Victor Jones. Can I get an offer?
Offer.
Second.
Can I say something, please?
Go ahead.
Yep.
Who offered?
No, I second.
My name is Tom Tubry. I have a history with this council. First thing, the city of Natchitoches has a scar and a scab on the west side of town. The west town, the HUD specifies that the west side of Natchitoches is an area of demonstrated need. You can go anywhere in the country, and you can find places as poor as designated by HUD on the west side of Natchitoches, but you can't find any poorer. Now, if I'm gonna be asked, and I appreciate the honor of being put on this committee, I appreciate it. Something needs to be done there. Grants. I tried to bring,
Mr. Toothbray, let's keep it with the appointments. If you go into something else, you need to come back up.
what do you mean?
I mean, if it's not concerning the industrial development.
It has to do with my appointment
Okay.
on the board. Now,
Do you want to be appointed?
I would love to, be, but I ask that my name be stricken from tonight's appointments until I see how this council reacts under number 12C and D.
That came
Now,
from
I brought grants, millions of dollars worth of grants to this council that would never operated on, or even tried to seek any money. Now, there's one thing I've done already. I brought a $1.6 million jobs training grant to this council today
Are you saying you want your name stricken from this?
for appointment tonight. I want to see how this council reacts. I want to see if it's a true council or if it's a masquerade.
We'll take your name off.
Sir,
We will take your name off.
thank you so much.
Okay. Let's go to first introduction of proposed ordinances.
Do a roll call on us doing this.
Did I do that? Because I got I did Mr. Allen,
Yes.
Mr. Carey,
Yes.
Mr. Braxton,
Yes.
Mr. Hong,
Yes.
Mr. Cheatwood,
Yes,
and that's all of them except for Mr. Tom Toothbray.
Yes.
so it's not gonna be a full board.
Well, the parish president will be able to
He'll
replace him.
recommend somebody
Yeah,
else,
President,
right?
take care of that.
He'll take care of that.
Okay,
Okay.
all right. I'll let you-
Me, I guess.
Okay, let's move on to the first introduction of proposed ordinances. A, council to introduce ordinance 11/2025 to remove Tom Stevenson Road from the parish road system. Mr. Cheatwood,
Yes.
talk about that.
Yeah, the lady contacted me about this road and, what's going on, it's more or less a driveway that goes to her property, makes a circle and it comes right back out. It's off of L.C. Baker Road. And, she's having a lot of unwanted guests. It's coming in on the midnight hours, on the weekends, and trashing her place up and doing all other kind of activity out there. And, she asked me to put this before the council to remove it and make it a private road so she could put a gate up. She, wants to get rid of the traffic and unwanted stuff that's going on out there. There's been some theft going on her property and stuff, and she, just wants it off.
And if I may, she's the only property owner on the road?
She owns all 40 acres, both sides of that road. Yep.
Inside
She's
your
got the plot.
exhibits, I gave you her letter and the parcel in your exhibit.
And she also sent in a handwritten letter
Yes.
also.
So that's another thing we're gonna do on our ride that day is several miles of road that we can remove. And, it's the trend started in parishes surrounding us, wind that took a bunch of roads. We're just gonna have to start taking them out. We can't keep them up. It's costing areas where people need to work with the tax base. But anyway, that'd be another deal that we're going to be looking at on our cruise.
Any more comments on this from the audience? If not, can I get an offer?
I'll offer.
Second.
Mr. Cheatwood?
Yes.
Mr. Allen?
Yes.
Mr. Braxton?
Yes.
Mr. Hong?
This was an introduction?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yes.
Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Pass. Second? Council to introduce ordinance 12, 2025 to authorize the purchase of two properties, Robaline not to exceed $120,000 and Natchez not to exceed $65,000 to build libraries. Also to accept the donation of land in Robaline for the same purpose. At this time, Ms. Mona, if you want to give a brief.
I know that we've been looking forever to try to find some land in Natchez to be able to put a branch, and we did not want, in Rogaline to put a branch. We did not want to purchase the land in Natchez until we could purchase both of them because it would be more cost effective to build two similar branches at the same time. And so we finally found some land. I think over a year ago, I looked at the tax records and had written everybody that had over 2 acres of land that was on the highway in Roebling a letter asking them if they were interested in selling their property to contact me. I had one person that called me back and they wanted to sell us a property that was going into Roebling, but it was in a very, very low area. She said it had never flooded, but it looks like it would flood. And so then we found a piece of property that wasn't for sale, that was, if you know Roebling, it's kind of in the dog leg, and it's right on the side of the road. There's a house there now. I know the price seems very, very high, but the person that wanted to sell us the property in the lower part of the land charged the same amount of money for their 4 sections of land, same amount of property and everything. So this is, it'll be a asset to Roebling, we believe, because right now the house is in terrible shape and the area around the house is in bad shape. And so we will, be able to take it down and we want to go ahead and put in the bid that when we do take the house down, we'll take down the old library that was in Roebling that's across the street, if y'all want us to, and get rid of that kind of eyesore too while we're there. And,
Are we still paying insurance on that building? And you're right straight across the street from it. And that's not big enough to, can you use that for parking or something? They have to run across the highway.
No, they do not. I was worried about the property not being large enough to take, because we've been looking for 2 acres or more pieces of property. And this is a little bit over an acre, I think. And so I had a drawing done of, this is a 4,000 square foot building, which is just about 50 or 75 feet bigger than Campty, with the meeting room. And you can see that there's plenty of room for the driveway, the parking lot and everything. There's plenty of property there for the library and a parking lot. So we don't need extra parking across the street or anything like that.
But you'll be willing to take that building down? And the mayor had shown an interest in the material, and he might be able to help with that.
Perfect. Because this is an old house, and I've been talking to somebody. They have 1 foot wide plank flooring in it and everything. So I'm hoping to be able to salvage some of the wood and give it and let somebody have it, or have somebody tear it down for just the wood that's in it. So if you have any questions, just let me know.
Where's your Natchez property at?
The Natchez property is right almost in downtown Natchez. As you're going into town, there's a lot of field right when you're going into Natchez, and then there's 3 houses in a row, and then there's a plot of land in between, and then there's a little white frame church. And the church uses the property as their parking lot. And they keep it mowed and everything like that. And so it's right on the highway, right as you're going into town.
So you're out of the flood lane, flood zone?
We are not. We had that done, but there's not any place in Natchez that isn't a flood, but we'll just have to build up, I guess. We're on stilts or something.
Okay.
Are there any comments from the audience concerning this agenda item? Thank you.
Thank you.
You heard her, can I get an offer?
Offer.
Who's offered? Mr. Cheatwood?
Yes.
No, Mr.
That's what's been marked, but go ahead.
Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Mr. Allen?
Yes.
Mr. Braxton?
Yes.
Mr. Hom?
Yes.
Mr. Cheatwood?
Yes.
Pass. The one that we amended, council to introduce ordinance 14/2025 to remove 16,804 feet of Problem-Solved Viles Mills Road from Bailey Road to Bayou Demuse from the parish road system. Mr. Carey?
Yes. Yeah, as Mr. Salter said earlier, there's some roads that we have to consider taking out of the system because it would pull resources from roads where people actually live. And that's the case in this instance. There's no one living on that section of the road from Bayou Demuse to Bailey Road. The only landowners are timber companies on either side of the road. So there's no people that we have to worry about in services, no houses, no households or anything like that. So it's a good bit of road, 16,000. How much?
16,804.
Yeah, 16,804. So it should be taken out of the system because it's not, and by the way, the other roads in the area that are on the timber company property, they maintain those roads also and do a good job on their property.
You mentioned that we will lose a bridge too, that we don't have to worry about, and it was built in '89, so it is underrated for heavy loads, so.
You're talking about Bayou Demuse?
I'm talking about horse pen.
Okay, Horseman, yeah.
Yeah, that bridge would be out of our system completely.
Yeah, so there's a bridge right before you get to Bailey Road, or right after actually Bailey Road, and right before, and so that'll be out of the system. And it ends right at Bayou Demuse where there was a giant culvert that got washed out, so you couldn't get through there anyway, as it stands.
Make a note on that, let them know.
Any comments from the audience concerning this? Can I get an offer?
Offer.
Can I get a second? Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Mr. Allen?
Yes.
Mr. Braxton?
Yes.
Mr. Hom?
Yes.
Mr. Cheatwood?
Yes.
Pass. At this time, can I get an offer to go and open up public hearing, then I'll read them?
I'll offer.
Second.
Mr. Hom?
Yes.
Mr. Braxton?
Yes.
Mr. Allen?
Yes.
Mr. Cheatwood?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Okay. First in public hearing is council to adopt the repeal amend ordinance 009/2025 from 1996 in amount of reimbursement for medical expenses for inmates. Have any discussion on that one with Julie? Okay. The second one, council to adopt ordinance 010/2025, an ordinance adopting the minimum standards and requirements for the permitting and operation of any solar energy center in the parish. Any discussion on that one? Okay. If I don't have any more discussions on those two, can I get an offer to close?
Offer.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Mr. Allen?
Yes.
Mr. Hom?
Yes.
Mr. Braxton?
Yes.
Mr. Cheatwood?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Aye.
It's closed. Action on it. Council adopt the repeal amend ordinance 009/2025 from 1996 in amount of reimbursement for medical expenses for inmates. Can I get an offer?
Offer.
Second.
Mr. Allen?
Yes.
Mr. Braxton?
Yes.
Mr. Hom?
Yes.
Mr. Cheatwood?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Pass. council to adopt ordinance 010-2025, an ordinance adopting the minimum standards and requirements for the permitting and operation of any solar energy center in the parish. Can I get an offer?
I'll offer.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Mr. Pond,
Yes.
Mrs. Carey,
Thank you, Mr. Holmes. Yes.
Mr. Braxton,
Yes.
Mr. Allen,
Yes.
Mr. Cheatwood,
Yes.
pass. Okay,
Get that out there for
now we go to resolution.
That was sure start.
We go to resolution. Council approved resolution 024-2025, establishing a base flood elevation for the Hampton Lake area along the Red River. Any questions and concerns on that one?
What is,
What is it?
That's a housing project up there.
That's what she mentioned earlier.
It's, you wanna help me here? So the base flood elevation is what either FEMA says we have to set one, right? If they're in a flood zone. And there's several ways to do it. We can take what FEMA says, or we can use Corps of Engineers, Red River Waterways, and we set our own by the council, okay? So what was happening is when those developments were built, subdivisions were built, I think it was 114 was determined at that time. Well, when RAPC we were having, people wanting to build houses or whatever, just using FEMA's information, it was coming back at 119. Well, if your house was at 114 and then your neighbor's gonna build at 119, you could see where there's problems, and it costs more to build at 119 than it does at 114. So with the help of Mr. Davis, we're going back and trying to rebuild some base flood elevation determinations that were made before, I guess, in the police jury days, before the, so this is one of the ones that we've started with, and there may be some more that'll come to y'all in the near future.
So FEMA's now gonna use this for the hazard mitigation program?
They will accept our determination. Now, it's backed up with all those graphs and stuff that you saw in your email. We can't just pick a number, but
And so
Mr. Davis has been
the
doing this for a
elevation
long
of the
time.
homes that are affected by this resolution, so they like to build it so high.
You're right. Yes. Did I get that right?
Okay, I'll offer.
And that's not gonna be the case for the whole parish, that's just for that area?
It's just for that area.
Outside the levee.
No, just for that
Hampton Lake area.
subdivision.
It's Hampton Lake area, yeah.
Yeah, it's on the other side of the
Mhm.
levee. Yeah.
Yes.
That's,
Yeah, that's on the other side of the boat dock.
Yeah.
yeah.
Would you like for me to just give a little quick synopsis and?
Please?
Yeah.
Okay. My name's Robert Davis, a lot of you know me, been here all my life. We have, in 2015, we had FEMA produce some new maps. And the police jury probably, or the parish council, I don't remember exactly the time and date, but around 2017, 2018, they approved it, they adopted the maps. Some of the VFEs changed. On the FEMA maps, you have several areas that are in a flood zone. You have some flood zones that are just zone A, which means that you're subject to a 1% annual chance flood in that area. But they do make no base flood determinations on the elevation that the water should get to. In some areas, they actually did some cross sections and some engineering hydraulics and came up with the zone AE, in which they actually publish a base flood elevation that we've always used. In the situations where you have the zone A, I personally have always worked with the floodplain administrator that was with the parish, and using Corps of Engineer data, DOTD data on roads and bridges, we would work towards setting a base flood elevation. Now, once the designated parish floodplain administrator sets it and signs it, but then FEMA accepts that. If you try to do a loan application for your home or something to take it out of the flood zone, to get away from paying flood insurance, that's one of the requirements that you send in a copy of the parish official that's in charge of the base flood determinations. Now, what we have is, since we've been in the FEMA program for a long time, we have a lot of base flood elevations that were in Zone A's that have been established by former floodplain managers that work for the parish. And since RAPC, Refuge Parish, or Refuge Area Planning Commission, since they're working with the parish now, and they're not familiar with Natchitoches Parish, all they can do is just crunch the numbers based upon the data that they have with the maps and cross sections, and they don't have the historical knowledge or the information that we've had over the past 40, 50 years. Since the 80s, we've participated well since the 80s, because the last map was in 1987, new maps 2015. So we've run into the situation where the area around Hampton's Lake, and you've got like 5 developments in there. It's Anger's Paradise 1, 2, Red Bull Lake 1, 2, and then they have another one. So there's like 5 developments. And these, around 2000, 2001, we worked with the Corps of Engineers out of Vicksburg to establish, and they have this all the way up the Red River from the mouth of the Mississippi River all the way into northern Louisiana. They have established the 1% annual chance flood, or as they call it, the 100-year flood occurrence. And they have these established for every 1/10 of a mile along Red River post locking down. So this is all engineered hydraulics. When we run into the situation just recently that kind of opened this can of worms, a client had asked for a benchmark to be set for his home. He wanted to build for camp. And he went, since it's in Zone A, I referred him to the parish. He went to the floodplain manager with Refuge Council. And they, through the calculations, came out with a 119.1 foot elevation at that point. And we, in the 2001, I think, when we started, we actually had core data that showed that the confluence of Hampton's Lake out into the river was 114.0 or 0.1, and as it came down just a little around the other side of the area that's not protected by the levee, it was at 113.2 or 3 or something like that. So we've got so many people, there's probably 30 homes or camps built down there that were built at the 114 base flood elevation, or above, actually above. To stay within the FEMA program, you have to adhere to their standards. And now we've got the situation where it's been set at 119.1, and then what is this going to do to the homeowners that have homes there that's built at 114.5 or 115 or 116, if they try to resell their home or remortgage, if you do a right refinance, they're going to require a flood certificate. And now they can't get flood insurance. So is the parish, is it going to come back on the parish and someone say, well, attorney, we're going to sue because we were allowed to build at this point. Now we're told that it's not correct. And I'm here for any information. If anybody has any questions about it, I'd be happy to try to answer it.
I got a question. When we started in 91, 92, with this flood deal, and no U.S. benchmark, 7 miles from properties, and people were trying to get that, it cost them more than it was to build a house. River rain effect. That area on the other side of that boat lot, how close can they get to the Red River before they have to quit building because of the flood, river rain, and the flooding time? Have we got any road, or did that all go away?
No, riparian boundary between the boundary between the riparian owners, upland owners, and the state of Louisiana is the mean low water. Now, when they had pounded the river system, they actually bought inundation easements, and some people actually own into the river, but the state holds inundation easements to it. And the actual, in the areas they didn't acquire the property that was inundated by fee title, they actually flooded that area, and some people own into the river itself because the state never acquired it through fee title, and it didn't even get a servitude on it. So you can build, theoretically, you can build up to, the parish says 25 foot on your rear property line, and if it's on your rear property line, you can build 25 up to the repair, 25 foot away from the repair boundary. So, you know, that's not a good situation, but.
Well, that was getting to be an issue because when you got a flood, water's running wide, you know, and it was keeping people from getting close to the water. Water attracts people, so I just wonder whatever happened to that.
Yeah, you don't want to build any closer than you really have to. A lot of people want to build on the water.
Yeah.
You know, you're taking a chance. Now, some areas, some waterways, I'll just add this, some waterways, like down at Montrose, we have one, I can't remember the name of it right now, this actually is considered a floodway. There's a lot of the smaller bayous that in high water, a lot of water goes through, but in a floodway, you can't even build in a floodway without getting a no-rise certification. And you're not gonna hardly get that because you have to have an engineering hydraulic report that says that if you build anything within what they consider a floodway, you don't have to be in the water, you can be on the bank line, that if the water gets to this point, that you will not impede that water enough that it actually causes a rise upstream. And, you know, if you take and put a post out there on a little small stream, it will, you can see in, you know, where it impedes the elevation of the water. Now, to what extent? So no rise certification is kind of a moot point because you can't really prove it. I mean, it's physically impossible. It's going to rise if you put anything out there that's going to impede the flow.
When's the last time it flooded there? When's the last flood occurred? You know?
Probably 2016.
2014.
Was it 14?
Well, actually 12, we got 14 inches of rain in 24 hours in 2012, and we had a flood then. Lamar would know more than anybody in this room about that.
16 was the last flood from last year.
Well, I know Hampton's Lake area, when you went over the spillway, water got real high there. It did not get to the 114.
Oh, it did not?
It did not, no. Now, some areas, like Lake Clear Lake, actually exceeded the base flood elevation that the police jury actually set in 1995, I believe. But, you know, those are some things that probably will come up in the future.
Thank you.
I had an offer by Mr. Allen. Can I get a second?
Second.
Mr. Allen?
Yeah.
Mr. Cheatwood?
Yes.
Mr. Braxton?
Yes.
Mr. Hong?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Aye.
Pass. Now we on the other agenda items. Council to approve the parish president to sign the CEA between the parish of Natchitoches and the Cane River Waterway Commission for the reconstruction of lateral lane and any other necessary documents to be signed for this project. Can I get an offer?
Second.
Mr. Allen?
Yes.
Mr. Hong?
Yes.
Ms. Braxton?
Yes.
Mr. Cheatwood?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Aye.
Pass. Okay, I am going to kill this name, so. Council to approve the hiring of the firm, huh?
I would too.
Council to approve the hiring of the firm Daigle, Fist, and Kasinchik as special outside legal counsel to replace Gold, Weems, Bruiser, Suze, and Riddell. Julie, you wanna give them a look? Okay.
We have in the past used Gold Wings, more specifically Oxen Handler for things that the DA's office doesn't handle for us, employees and stuff like that. Steve is retiring, so we're making a move, if y'all agree.
Oh, where's the Deagle firm from? Alexander, Shreveport?
They're a little further south than that, over,
Mark, what are you talking about?
St. Tammany Parish
Said where
area.
they from, I'm just wondering where they're from.
St. Tammany Parish.
St. Tammany, okay. Florida Parish, okay.
I got an offer, can I get a second?
Second?
Mr. Allen?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Mr. Braxton?
Yes.
Mr. Hall?
Yes.
Mr. Cheatwood?
Yes.
Pass. Okay, C, council to authorize the parish president to sign the cooperative endeavor agreement with Sabine Parish for trash disposal and sign related documents. Can I get an offer?
Offer.
Second.
Ms. Carey?
Yes.
Mr. Hall?
Yes.
Huh?
Go ahead.
If you got a question, go ahead. Okay. Mr. Allen?
No.
Mr. Cheatwood?
No.
Mr. Braxton?
No.
Didn't pass. D, council to authorize the parish president to award bids for solid waste on the following equipment and give the president authority to sign related documents. A 45-inch demolition trailer, demolition trailer, front load garbage truck, chase with roll-off garbage truck body, and a 40-yard compactor containers. Can I get an offer?
Offer.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Mr. Hall?
Yes.
Mr. Allen?
No.
Mr. Braxton?
No.
Mr. Cheatwood?
No.
Didn't pass. Next is council approved. This is the one
Yeah,
that we're going to
took off,
remove, but I'm gonna just read it so you know this is the one that's gonna be taken off. Council approved and awards the bid for courthouse elevator modernization project to Integrity Elevator Solutions, and you heard the parish president that they withdrew their bid, so this is gonna be removed. Next, we're gonna, discuss, a commercial enforcement officer and their duties, with the parish president and the council.
Okay. Discuss it, right?
Yeah, discuss it because it was on there, people was confused about, the other one was vetoed and then what was passed. The veto one is about the permitting part, and the ordinance 28 is passed by what's in the personnel manual of his duties and responsibilities, his job description. So they're wanting now is that the parish president, are you able to hire one and whatever duties you can assign to him?
Yeah, we got a personnel book with their enforcement officer, we got ordinances.
Yeah. I thought that was in place, but you just hadn't filled the position yet. Is that correct?
I don't need one right now.
Don't need one right now. Okay.
Why would I need one?
I don't
We
really.
working good with all the heavy haulers, timber companies, and right now I wouldn't arrest a log truck if he was out there doing something real bad, because a lot of you guys having to bail out now, they can't even pay the insurance, pay the notes. They can't make a living, you know, and if that's what we're aiming at, and that's all we got in this parish is log trucks, you know. We don't do state roads, that's already taken care of. This would be the worst time in the world to go out there and try to stop somebody from getting a tree out of the woods. Which brings me to this point, Mr., you're on that board at the commission,
Where?
at the court.
Yes.
We got a diamond in the rough out there, guys. We need to start working. That may be our salvation. So I got a call from Intercraft Thursday or Friday, and International Paper told them to just back off, and by the 1st of maybe October, they will let us know something one way or the other. They just said more or less tired of people hounding them about what they're going to do, and they just need about 60 days to figure out themselves what they're going to do. But I went out and met with Travis, myself, and my boss, and the water, you know about the water pipe on the bridge, you know about all that. So you know how much it would cost to take that water pipe off and drill a hole under that river to get water to Clarence to the port?
I don't know the cost, but I know
It's gonna be close to $1 million. So we got enough land there, we got the aquifer right there, water available. 2 wells and a treatment plant, they could turn around and sell water to Clarence. They could make money right there, and y'all would have all the water you need to operate that. So McFarland and DeWitt, 2 or 3 more, they got us $1.5 million for the conveyors to load the barges or whatever. So we're looking at going to Valiant, Oklahoma with Chip. Or we're going south, Martin. Or we're going south to Olencraft with Chip from the port. And what's in between, Palmer Craft?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they don't make paper there anymore. They got that sun gas fixing to go in there.
But anyway, I just want to let you know we went out and met, and we need to do everything we can to help them. So instead of spending $1 million to drill a hole, let's put the $1 million in. We're talking maybe $3.5 million to drill the well and hook up to their water system at Clarence, where they won't be dependent on Natchitoches.
We have been looking at that for over a year, and we have not come up with a determination of what's going to be best. We have the new council person that came on over a year ago named Mary Ann Mata. She has a lot of experience in that area, but it's just been a lot of data collected to find out what's going to be the best way to do it. And can we get the funds to do it?
Well, I've talked to 5 legislators from the state, and they all agree that we need to converge on that point and make something happen. So when is our meeting, this week or next week on the site?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, okay. So, the board that we're setting up that y'all approved today, I told them we need to start going across Red River. Everything on this side of the river is pretty much hooked together as far as potable water. We don't really have that many problems. Maybe up around Powhatan, but everything over there is where we need to start concentrating. The surveyor just telling you about the low land and the flooding, we don't have that much over here. And everybody's attracted to water. We got Black Lake, we got Clear Lake, we got Saline Bay, we got Red River. Let's try to connect all those things together to appeal to people. And I think the last thing I told them, we want to appeal to people that's got money. We don't want to appeal to poor people. Does that make sense? Does it not?
Makes sense to me.
Okay. Anyway, I told them 1.5 years ago I was gonna come out there and get interested, so we got interested last week, and we got something right there that may pull us through this whole mess. But y'all think I need to hire an enforcement man? What do I need to do with him, Marty? What's your idea?
Well, we got oil and lease gas permits is coming off the chart right now. Looks like gas and oil fixing to come through our park.
Why would I need an enforcement man though?
Them gas rigs are gonna tear up some roads coming in.
Well, I mean, if they're willing to fix them, do I still need to? Okay, have you come up with any way to pay this person until we start getting in some money some way in a vehicle, and what all you want him to do, or she, or they?
Thought we just had an ordinance that you just spoke of.
No, I'm talking about the money to buy the equipment, pickups, whatever we're gonna do.
Thought we had one last time when we spoke about it. We had a vehicle, didn't we? Back up 2 or 3 months back.
we have a vehicle.
I think that truck, Joey ended up with that truck.
No, he's
No.
talking about somebody was gonna donate one to us
Oh.
from the, it's already hooked up with all that, but they backed out for some reason.
Yeah. That is, we can't budget this salary base in the budget?
I mean, we can budget it, but, I mean, problem is, as we all know, we don't really know how much IP is gonna hit us, we don't know. And I think or at some point in time, if we're gonna do this, we're gonna have to go back and talk about permit fees and something that helps support it. But as we're talking by the same hand, you know, the timber industry is struggling. You know, I don't think you can say, well, we're just gonna hit the oil and gas guys and leave y'all alone. And, you know, we've gotta find a way that it makes sense, because we've got to keep our property tax, our industry, our people working, right?
You know how much an enforcement man is gonna cost per hour?
Oh, that's something y'all do, I don't know.
Well, I mean, minimum $30, because they gotta be post-certified, and that's what we have to pay. Anytime we use a deputy, we got a minimum $30.
I think y'all came up with a salary,
We had
when we
salary
voted
base
on
in
the,
the book.
Yeah.
In the handbook.
salary range.
It
when
was
this
a range.
done. It was a range.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it's something we should look at in the future. I know that clerk of court mentioned 39 oil and gas leases have, and it's going south all the way, I think he said Province also. Eventually, we're gonna have to address it, maybe not today, but one day, I think oil and gas.
Province already got a gas.
Well, they said one of the leases went all the way down, it was between Roberlin and Provençal.
Yeah, they've been to Headwood, I know.
Yeah.
They just offering, you know, this is fly-by-nighters coming in here and trying to get ahead of the big push and turn around and lease your property to a higher paying person, but
Why wouldn't we just give an assignment to Lamar and Mark to discuss this for about a month, and then they can come back to us with
yeah,
with a,
we can talk about it while we're looking at these roads that I think we need to take out, that we don't.
yeah, but I'm just saying, those
Yeah.
would be the responsible parties. What do you think?
Yeah, that'd be good.
All right.
Yeah, he knows a little bit about law enforcement, how things work.
And I'm gonna go around the other way home tonight too. I'm gonna pass this out.
At this
Okay.
time, do you have any visitors for non-agenda items?
Non-agenda?
Non-agenda items.
Yeah, I would like to talk.
Come up front, state your name.
Hi, my name is Stephen Simpson. I'm a resident in Oak Grove community. And we have collectively, individually, I should say, called requesting repairs to the roads in our community. It is getting to the point where safety is now an issue. By the firehouse, there is only room for one vehicle down the center of the road. The sides are so destroyed that you can't come or go, and there's too much traffic on the road for its condition. So people are running people off of the roads and putting people's lives in risk. Now, I know there's quite a few sheriffs and city police officers that drive parish-owned or city-owned vehicles, which are getting damaged from that road specifically, and the rate that they move down that, because they drive the speed limit, not the speed that the road can be traversed. You go over 10 miles an hour down this road, and some of us live a mile were a little bit more back at 5 to 10 miles an hour, you would be calling the road department as well. We don't get no response. We get a response that we'll call this other person. Leave a message, don't get anything back. We want something to happen.
You talking about Bennett, Hicks, and Lakeside, and,
Northwood, yeah.
yeah, Northwood. Now, I'm not familiar with all the newer roads that's in the parish. Some of those roads are in the city limit.
Northwood's been there since at least 1984.
Okay, well, I'm not disputing that. Like I said, I'm not familiar. Is that the one that takes a right at the end of Lakeside?
Right before Peninsula, makes a left.
Yeah, okay,
That road is all but pea gravel.
yeah.
There isn't much of a
So
foundation.
let me go ahead and tell you what, when I told these guys I wanted to ride and I had some roads I wanted to put in. Bennett, Hicks, all the way down to the intersection where north takes off. Wilkerson, what's the one over there off of Highway 1 that we ground up part of, Julianne. And on the other side of the lake, I got Moss Hill Terrace, and I got Moss Hill, and I got Mr. Ed. That was the 6th road that I wanted to show these guys. So, they just voted here a while ago, and they threw away $500,000 because they won't allow me to go into the garbage business. All these other roads that we're talking about that either come to us from Cane River Waterway or the legislators. We got more from Baton Rouge this year than we have in 20 years, and we're in a good place right now. But my regular budget, as far as me coming out there, we come out there and we ground up part of it, and that got better.
And that made it worse.
Yeah.
Now it's a washboard, sir.
Well, I understand, and I don't disagree, because everything we grind up, when it gets dry, it gets, but we have a base there to put a blacktop on.
There's not much of a base left.
Well, that's your opinion, but I got mine, so I know I've been building roads for 100 years, so.
You may have, yes.
Yeah, and you
And
got.
I'm not going to disagree with you.
Yeah,
Your
anyway, the base is
intelligence.
still there. We did a core, so it's a base there. But that was one of the roads
But that road hasn't received proper maintenance in the 4 years I've lived there. The road department has come and made it worse, unsupervised. They fill in a pothole halfway, making 3 potholes instead of 1. They come in and put salt pack down
Yeah.
and don't pack it down. Or they put loose stone on top of hard pavement,
Yeah.
which is throwing ball bearings around.
Yeah, I don't do that. Now, I'm not.
They have been.
I know they have. I didn't do that. But
The last little part of tar and
yeah,
pea stone wasn't you, sir?
yeah. That would.
We had one guy actually scrape up his motorcycle after they laid that.
You talking about the little pothole patching recently?
Yes.
With
Because they
tar
were
and the gravel?
spilling the pea stone all over the road and not cleaning it up properly. We had one guy lay down his motorcycle.
Yeah, I think he called me and told me that. I actually stood in the middle of the road down there about 3 weeks ago at Johnny Potts Road, and everybody come by, I flagged them and told them, I said, if we can get some more money, this is one of the roads that I want to go from.
Us, as a collective, I will go around and put a petition together to withhold property tax until the road is properly paved and repaired in a meaningful timeline, not an open-ended political timeline.
Yeah.
Because we've been promised, we've been told, we've been flabbergasted for the last 3.5, 4 years that these roads were gonna get fixed, and all it does is get worse. Quite honestly, Natchitoches, from what I've seen, living in Louisiana since 2018, when I got out of the service and moved here, this parish has some of the worst roads. I've seen better roads in the back side of Mississippi.
It's got the worst I've ever seen. I've been here for
And you're in charge
78
of it,
years.
sir. You ran your election on the repair of these roads.
I ran my election mainly on trying to save the old blacktop. That's what I wanted, because they've been let go so many years, and they've studied on gravel and dirt because they had the equipment to work it. They didn't have the money to do the blacktop. We are in the process of trying to save some of our blacktop.
We need something to move a little quicker.
Well,
And have a little bit more highlight on it.
you find out who your councilman is and tell him to help me get some money by going into the garbage business, and we'll.
Talked to my councilman, and he told me to come here.
Yeah, well, here you are.
And if I have to, next month, you guys have meetings when everybody's working, and me as a disabled vet, I have all the time in the world. They don't. I'm their voice. I'll get it on paper, I'll get them to sign. And we will coordinate with our mortgage directors to withhold taxes until repairs are made.
I doubt if you can do that, but.
Yes, we can. It's
You
actually
can.
legal in
Is that right?
state law.
Can he withhold his property?
We can withhold taxes, but after it's done, we have to pay our
Well,
taxes.
let me know how, because I'm gonna withhold mine. You come see me and you'll see what I live on. You know, it's no use to, I drive in the ditch to get home, but it stops a lot of fast traffic. I can walk out there and walk up and down the road without getting run over from somebody speeding. But like I said, 3 of these guys voted against me today for something I'm trying to do. That was an automatic, $500,000 right
So
there.
you're holding a trash removal business over the roads.
I gotta have some money. I
You
can
just
make
said that
money. I can make money with.
this is the most money that we've gotten from Baton Rouge this year that we can do stuff with.
That's right.
But instead of repairing our base infrastructure that everybody that has to drive to work on, that your trash trucks have to drive on, you want to put money towards something that is already working.
It's not working. It's costing us money. In
It's
fact,
costing us money, but we don't have the maintenance,
maintenance for the road,
the removal
removal of what?
of the trash. If Waste Connections is taking care of it,
They taking care of it, they in the business to make money, they're not.
they're a business.
Yeah, well, that's what we are too.
We're government.
I can make
We're-
the money.
this
I
is
can
a
make-
government.
I can make the money with, that they're making and use it on the road.
Sir,
Sir.
this is the government. You are an elected official by the people, for the people.
That's right.
Okay, time's up, 3 minutes up.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming down here.
Any more visitors for non-agenda items? If not, can I get a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Mr. Allen?
Yes.
Mr. Harm?
Yes.
Mr. Braxton?
Yes.
Mr. Cheatwood?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Adjourn.
Hey.